Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning on Saturday, July 18th, 2020, and there is a lot going on in the world today. In today's video, we're going to go over Kamala Harris, who is a Democratic senator from California who appeared on MSNBC yesterday for an interview, and she spoke about two things that have to be included in the next stimulus package. She said the government must do these things in order for us to see a full recovery. One of them is to help out with rent and mortgage payments, and the second is to do a recurring stimulus check. Then we're going to get into how the U.S. had another day of more than 70,000 cases. While some states are opening up and easing restrictions, other states are putting more restrictions into place. And finally, 9 of the largest brick-and-mortar retailers in the U.S. have adopted new policies to require customers to wear masks inside of U.S. stores. We're going to go over all of that and more in today's video. But before we get started, if you're interested in staying up to date on what is going on in the world with your money and how to make more money, well, then please be sure to like this video down below and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns Investing app and get 2 free stocks when you download the Webull Investing app using the link down below. Also, if you want to skip ahead to any portion of the video, I'm going to link down below the timestamp so you can skip ahead to any point you'd like. Anyways, let's get right into it. So the U.S. reported more than 70,000 new cases for the second time yesterday on Friday. Across the U.S., state leaders are grappling with surging cases and a rising death toll on Friday, and a number of state leaders introduced new measures intended to curb the virus outbreak's severity, some in places where the virus has looked to be in retreat and getting better, and other places where it is starting to get worse. The outbreak is so widespread right now that 18 states have been placed in a so-called red zone, the entire states, because they have more than 100 new cases per 100,000 people per week, according to an unpublished report distributed this week by the White House Virus Task Force. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom announced new rules on Friday that would force many of the state's school districts to teach remotely when school starts next month and require most of its more than 6 million students to wear masks when they do attend classes in person. This week, the state also announced a sweeping rollback of plans to open businesses. Moving on, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Friday that New York City will be entering a limited version of its 4th phase of reopening next week. Starting Monday, outdoor venues like zoos, botanical gardens will be allowed to operate at limited capacity, but since cases are increasing in a number of large states across the country and things are getting worse in a lot of areas around the country, malls, museums, and cultural institutions will stay closed in New York, along with other indoor dining restaurants. All of that will still remain closed. Next up is the 9 largest brick-and-mortar retail companies, which the National Retail Federation ranks based on global sales, have adopted new policies to require customers to wear masks inside of U.S. stores. So all of the top 9 largest brick-and-mortar retail companies. Lowe's and Home Depot on Friday became the latest retailers that will require all their customers to wear masks inside of stores. Lowe's said the new policy would take into effect on this coming Monday, and adding that it would supply masks to any customers who don't have one and who need one. Home Depot, on the other hand, said its mask policy will be implemented on Wednesday this coming week. The company said children and customers with medical conditions would not be required to wear facial coverings. Now let's get into big news from the Senate on these recurring stimulus checks and helping out with rent and mortgage. So Kamala Harris, who is a Democratic senator from California, appeared on MSNBC for an interview yesterday on Friday and spoke about 2 things she has proposed and that the government needs to do moving forward to help out American families and economy in general. The first thing is that on Thursday she proposed the Rent Emergencies Leave Impacts on Evicted Families Act, stands for the Relief Act. This bill aims to ban evictions and foreclosures for a year, prevents utility companies from cutting off access to power, cutting off water, prohibits landlords from raising tenants' rents, and prevents negative credit card reporting as Americans grapple with the worst economy in generations. Additionally, the plan provides new assistance and legal protections for borrowers and increases oversight and accountability for landlords and mortgage servicers. So this is one thing that she spoke about in the interview with MSNBC. She says that we need to help out the American people with their rent, because once these unemployment benefits expire at the end of this month, tens of millions of people will fall off of an income cliff and they will have no way to pay their bills. So at least we need to make sure that people can pay their housing. She explains how people shouldn't lose their housing because of what is going on with the virus, because millions of people lost their job and don't have a main source of income because of the virus, not because of their own fault, but because the virus forced the economy to shut down. The second thing she also had a final pitch for the $2,000 per month second stimulus check. In the interview, she goes on to explain how together with Bernie Sanders and Ed Markey, they are proposing that we have not just a one-time $1,200 stimulus check, but through the course of this pandemic and crisis, she said that we still need to give people $2,000 per month recurring payments below a certain income level. She proposed this bill a while ago, but she's saying that we need to do this right now. She's pushing for Congress to think about this while they're drafting up the next stimulus package, and she said this in the interview yesterday. She explained how this will help American families and it will help sustain them through these months of the crisis. So at the end of it, when everything's reopened and things start to return back to a new normal, they can get back up on their feet instead of falling deeper and deeper into debt and into the crisis. She also says it does not make any sense that when we have Republicans in Congress who are standing in the way of supporting working people who have recently lost their jobs. She said, we can get through this crisis. We just need to pass more stimulus, have recurring payments to help out people who don't have jobs, to make sure they can pay their bills and stay on their feet until they're able to find another job. She said that these things right now are worth fighting for moving forward. She said it isn't that people's fault for losing their jobs and not wanting to go back to work. She says there simply aren't jobs available right now. People lost their jobs because of the virus. So she said it's not fair that these people are going to lose their homes, not be able to pay for food. So she said that is why she is still pushing for the $2,000 per month recurring stimulus check. Anyways, that is what's going on in the morning today on Saturday, July 18th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get $5 when you download the Acorns Investing app using the link down below. Get 2 free stocks when you download the Webull Investing app. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.